I see you moving forward with your life, shining so brightly that it feels as though the universe itself placed you among the stars. You radiate with a light that is pure, gentle, and steady, and I can't deny that it tears me apart to watch from a distance. There was a time when I held that light close, when it warmed me, when it illuminated all the dark corners of my soul, and instead of cherishing it, I took it for granted. I didn't see the gift for what it was. I treated our love like a competition, as though keeping score mattered more than nurturing what we had. I twisted what should have been sacred into something I tried to control, as if love were a game I had to win. That is one of my greatest regrets. I often find myself asking, why? Why was I so aggressive, so competitive, so intent on proving myself instead of simply being present with you? Why couldn't I allow myself to soften, to surrender, to love you in the way you deserved? You, with your calm spirit, your peaceful heart, and your effortless grace, were always the mirror showing me who I could be if only I let go of the noise inside my head. You walked through life with ease, showing kindness where I showed judgment, offering understanding where I gave excuses. You led with quiet strength, while I hid behind anger and defensiveness. I see that now, and the shame of it weighs heavily on me. For so long, fear controlled me. I lived in a constant state of worry, about what others thought of me, about whether my choices would be approved by family, friends, colleagues, or anyone else who had no true stake in our love. I see now how foolish that was. Why was I so concerned with the opinions of people who could never know the depth of my heart, when what truly mattered was you, your needs, your happiness, your respect? I should have been focused on protecting and cherishing you, but instead, I scattered my energy in every direction, seeking validation from others. That was never fair to you. Your soul is pure in a way that humbles me. You embody gentleness, compassion, and a kind of patience I didn't know was possible until I met you. Next to you, I always felt like a storm raging against a calm sea. I longed to match your serenity, but I didn't know how. I felt unworthy, and in my unworthiness, I lashed out. Still, even through my failures, I recognized one truth: you are my other half. Without you, I am incomplete. I've searched for fragments of you in other people, hoping to fill the void, but time and time again, I've been reminded that no one else carries the same light. You are irreplaceable. Losing you has been the greatest lesson of my life. It forced me to confront the consequences of my actions, of choosing temptation and the easier path instead of the harder, braver choice of devotion. It was my doing, my mistakes, my inability to rise to the love you offered so freely. And yet, in the midst of this painful clarity, the world has been sending me signs. Lately, I've been seeing butterflies everywhere, fluttering unexpectedly across my path. I can't help but see them as messengers, reminders that transformation is not only possible but necessary. Change is in the air, and the choice is mine: continue repeating the same destructive patterns, or finally break free and become the person I was meant to be. But as much as I want change, a question haunts me every day: will you wait for me? Will you hold space for the possibility that I can grow, or have I squandered that chance forever? Signs of you are everywhere: songs, places, even fleeting moments that remind me of us. They pull at my heart, refusing to let me forget the love we shared. I still care so deeply about you. Your laughter echoes in my memory, your smile lingers like sunlight, and my heart races whenever I allow myself to imagine your presence. I know my pride and ego have been the greatest enemies of our love. They built walls where there should have been bridges. They whispered lies of control, of winning, of saving face, until I lost sight of what really mattered. Now the universe is teaching me a hard but necessary lesson. It is humbling me, forcing me to confront every shadow within myself. Every time I try to hide behind excuses, life places a mirror in front of me, showing me exactly who I've been. I have no choice but to surrender. I also know that people around us, friends, colleagues, even family, have not always had our best interests at heart. There has been envy, interference, and sabotage. They saw our connection, the rare love we shared, and instead of celebrating it, they sought to undermine it. They threw obstacles in our path, whispered doubts into my ear, and I was weak enough to listen. I let their voices guide me when I should have held on to yours. That betrayal, too, was mine. But I've reached a point where I'm ready to make changes, drastic ones if necessary. I've considered switching jobs, relocating, doing whatever it takes to create distance from the toxicity that has poisoned my mind and heart. To be with you, I know I must make sacrifices. That includes letting go of relationships that are toxic, friends, family, anyone who drains me, misleads me, or tries to control me. For too long, I've allowed them to act like puppeteers, pulling my strings, dictating my choices, and silencing my heart. No more. I am not anyone's puppet. I've found the strength to reclaim my power, and with that strength comes clarity. I choose you. I reject their influence, their manipulation, their attempts to sow division. I refuse to keep making decisions that please everyone else but hurt you. From this moment forward, my loyalty is to us, to the love we built, and to the possibility of rebuilding it again. I am leaving behind the toxic people and, more importantly, the toxic parts of myself that allowed them to control me. I want to be free, and I want that freedom to bring me back to you. This journey back to you isn't just about cutting ties with negative influences, it's also about healing the wounds I caused. I've come to understand that love is not about control, competition, or fear. True love is about respect, support, and authenticity. It's about showing up as I am and allowing you to do the same, without judgment or insecurity. It's about celebrating your victories as my own and lifting you when you stumble. I failed to grasp that before, but I'm learning now. Every day, I remind myself of the peace you carried into my life. Your kindness softened my rough edges. Your patience gave me time to grow, even when I wasted it. Your unwavering spirit was my guiding light, even as I wandered into darkness. I can still feel the echo of your energy, a steady reminder of the love I nearly destroyed. And it's that memory, your light, that pushes me forward, even when guilt and self-doubt threaten to pull me back. I see now that this journey isn't only about us as a pair, it's also about who I am willing to become. To be worthy of a love like ours, I must grow into someone who can honor it fully. That means letting go of the past, forgiving myself for my failures, and being open to healing. It means acknowledging my mistakes without excuses and making amends not just in words, but in actions. The road ahead will not be easy. Transformation never is. There will be moments of weakness, times when old habits try to resurface, when fear and pride whisper for me to retreat. But I am willing to walk this path, no matter how long it takes. I don't want to simply tell you that I'm changing, I want to show you. I want my actions to speak louder than my promises. I want to prove, day by day, that I am committed to becoming the man who can stand beside you with honor, without shadows of jealousy or resentment clouding our love. I imagine the life we could still build together, one rooted in trust, respect, and joy. A life where laughter outweighs arguments, where honesty replaces fear, and where partnership means lifting each other higher. I hold on to that vision because it gives me hope, and hope fuels the work I must do on myself. I know that forgiveness is not something I can demand from you. It is yours to give if and when you choose. My role is not to pressure or persuade, but to demonstrate through my choices that I am worthy of another chance. I understand now that love is not a right to be claimed, but a privilege to be nurtured. So here I stand, humbled, broken yet rebuilding, surrendering the ego that once destroyed us. I am learning to be still, to listen more than I speak, to act with kindness instead of anger. I am learning that love is not about what I can gain, but about what I can give. I love you, and I am coming back to you, not with empty words or shallow gestures, but with a heart that has been remade through trial and reflection. I don't expect the road to be smooth or the trust to be instantly restored. But I am willing to walk through the fire of accountability because what waits on the other side, our love, our connection, the life we could still share, is worth every step. Every butterfly I see reminds me of this truth: transformation is painful, but it is also beautiful. Just as a caterpillar must dissolve before becoming something new, I too am dissolving the parts of myself that no longer serve me. And just as the butterfly emerges with fragile wings that grow stronger each time it dares to fly, so too will I emerge, ready to love you with the strength and purity you deserve. I am not the same person I was, but I am not yet the person I want to be. I am somewhere in between, in the process of becoming. And in that becoming, I hold on to the hope that our story is not over. That you, my other half, might still believe in the possibility of us. That together, we might not only heal what was broken but build something even stronger than before.